right there. Another block by Delvin.
Wide open is Regulish. Back-to-back triples for Bodo Vampire.
Only 7 remaining. He makes his move. Young forces it up and in! CC hasn't made a shot before that.
Pretty good so far here in the first half.
Lai, everyone for the Black Bears finding the bottom of the net. Leaky with a big steal. Leaky for 3. That goes in. What a play!
At the moment, 9 wins and 7 losses. Singapore Slingers, on the other hand, well, they are just punching along. So there's the record this season. Don't forget, the Dragons have won the Straits Cup. It is a confirmation, despite the Dragons losing the previous game by 1 point in overtime, Islan.
Yeah, that was a tough game. I mean, we had it at home. We could have win it, but that's basketball, Ben. I mean, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and 1 point, 1 free throw could make a difference.
Well, full credit to Xavier Alexander, who had a very, very good game, and Kate Davis as well, the 2 friends from Oklahoma, playing extremely well here. So the previous games, well, you know, it has been a while for previous games here, Mislan, because of recent suspension, well, not suspensions, postponement of games, but the last time these 2 teams played, the Dragons got it. It was very, very close, but 77-68 win for the Dragons team, who were the away team.
Yeah, it's a very low scoring game. Bear in mind that these 2 teams are actually ranking number 1 and 2 on opponents' point allowed. So the Slingers actually only allowed 79.7 and the Dragons, it's the other way around. The Slingers allowed 78.3, Kuala Lumpur Dragons 79.7 point per game.
So let's look at, let's talk about previous games, Mislan, because the Dragons, you know what, they've been very, very inconsistent this season, but Amir Bell has, well, he's been more one of their consistent players, especially being that quarterback, sharing the ball roll, fires right there to make the basket.
Yeah, this is his average, 18.5 rebound, 5 assists. Amir Bell has been the steady hand for the Dragons throughout this whole season. The Dragons needed the point guard, and Amir Bell deliver mostly, especially in this game where Atino and Davis actually struggle offensively.
Well, and there's Super Simeon Lebechev, the quiet achiever, but he loves those hooks. And he's also he was brought in to protect the rim, not so much to shoot the rock, but work glass and you can get shots.
Yeah, when Dragons struggle, especially for Atino and Davis, Simeon Lebechev actually come in for the Dragons with 16 points.
So let's now cross over to June, who spent some time earlier with Coach Jamie Pearlman of the Kuala Lumpur Dragons.
Yeah, look, as much as slowing them down, we want to get more points in transition. When we shoot the ball well, which we have against teams on this floor, we've been able to post up big scores. So yeah, it's all about our ability to get those easy points in transition, and hopefully we get that 3 ball going tonight. Yeah, we kind of throw some of the game plan out the window, to be honest, with Singapore replacing McLean with Jamil McKay. 2 very different styles of players. So yeah, tonight there's a little bit of an unknown with McKay, but we can definitely expect him to play a lot quicker. So we've been doing a little bit of preparation in the time we had, working on our defensive transition. So slowing them down is going to be a big key to this game. Yeah, there's a little bit of unknown, so it's like there's going to be some adjustments on the fly during the game we might have to make. The way they guard on-ball screens might change. As I said, I think they'll play a lot quicker. So, yeah, there's an element of unknown. But again, if we just stick to our general principles of how we want to play, we should still be able to come out with the win.
All the best to Coach Jamie Pearlman and Coach Neo as well. More from Coach Neo a little bit later. But Mislan, the Dragons really need to protect the rim because that man right there, Marcus Elliott, and they've got to defend the perimeter. He's such a good shooter.
Yeah, Marcus Elliott, former world MVP for Hong Kong Eastern, and he was tremendous in the previous game against the Slingers. Even though they lost the game, but Marcus Elliott, 21 points and 7 rebounds for the Singapore Slingers.
Well, he shares the ball well. He's such a good quarterback. He's a good guy as well. 35 years of age, but he is playing like a 21-year-old.
Yeah, definitely a very experienced and elite player.
And this man right here needs little introduction. The X-Man, Xavier Alexander. Even though he's a little bit older, turning 32 this year, but he is still very hungry and looking for his first ABL championship.
Yeah, Xavier Alexander, the X-Man for the Singapore Slingers, 20 points, very consistent. He has been the focal offensive point for the Singapore Slingers. They need to get 20 points for Alexander in order for them to win in this tonight game.
So right now, let's cross over to Coach Neo, who spent some time with June earlier.
Well, definitely, we're trying to get ourselves better every game, and obviously, Dragon is playing well at the moment. So I think we need to really come out and play hard and just play. Well, I mean, it's basically because back then he's playing with his foot injury, and I think last game he got worse, so I think we decided to sit him out and put him in the injury list. Well, I mean, it's 2 days before the first game, it's hard for him to adjust, but I think for his speed and athleticism, I think basically will help and fit in pretty fast. So there's hope. He basically come out and play and individually and as a team, okay, to match the intensity of the Dragons. Well, I mean, he came on Tuesday, so 2 days of practice. But when he arrived, it's about 5:30 p.m. So he not be a bit of jet lag. So I think we see him out. But 1 day of practice, it's not good enough. But we just have to deal with it.
So all the best to Coach Neo. He knows what these games are all about, but he'll have to be careful for the two attacking weapons, offensive weapons of the Dragons, Cade Caterey Davis and Iron Will Artino.
Yeah, this is the struggle that I talked about in the previous game against the Singapore Slingers. Davis with only 15 points. I don't think he hit any 3-pointers in that previous game, and Artino only 16 points. Usually you get 20 points on average from Will Artino, but not in the previous game. However, they still won it because thanks to Amabel, his consistent play, and the Super Saiyan Lipichev.
Well, Will Artino, in my opinion, he is a strong contender for the World Import MVP, and he is showing nothing but class all the way. His Achilles heel is his ability to hit consistent shots from the charity stripe, but this rivalry is huge. It's been going on for a long time, but these two guys, they'll need to step up. Delvin Go, who silenced the crowd last time with that slam dunk, and Leon Kwek with his shooting, and they haven't been playing at their best. Very inconsistent, Mislan.
Yeah, definitely. Kwek is actually the focal points of defensive scheme of the Dragons. You see, only 1 out of 16. He has been playing good for the Slingers, but the Dragons noticed that, and Jamie Pearlman, credit to him, able to reduce his offensive output.
And these are the three referees for today. Referee Glenn Tomahiro and Mr. Mok from Hong Kong, Mr. Glenn from the Philippines, and Osoda from Japan. Ohayo gozaimasu, kumusta, and ni hao to all of you who speak Tagalog, Mandarin, and all the wonderful languages of basketball as well. So Lo Shifai, if you're wondering why the Dragons are wearing red tops, there was a little bit of a confusion in terms of who were going to wear the red tops tonight, and it was a last-minute change earlier that the Dragons would wear green and the Slingers would stick with their red tops. So Lo Shifai and Tan Wei Long The men in red still waiting for their uniforms right there. But Davis, Artino, Bell, Lepachev, Agent Zero, Kwek, Nick Tem, John Wong, all with the right tops so far. So this is going to be a very, very interesting game. The final game of the regular season between the Kuala Lumpur Dragons and the Singapore Slingers. The Dragons want to get this one 3-1. And don't forget, prior to this season, the Slingers always were on top of the Dragons over the last few seasons, 17, 18, and 19.
Yeah, the Dragons has been playing well, especially in the last month, February. Out of 8 games, they won 5 of their games. And then, for the first time in the franchise history, they are able to sweep the away series against the Singapore Slingers. So that's a good achievement for the Dragons in this 2019-2020 ABL season, Ben.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see who's the starting 5. Do the Dragons select the starting 5 based on uniforms, or do the Dragons select the starting 5 based on the game plan? In my opinion, I don't think they'll try to do anything different. Don't forget, Mislan, both teams will be very, very rusty. They haven't played since the 23rd of February. That's quite a while back.
Yeah, finally we have a game in the ASEAN Basketball League. I mean, I think a lot of fans has been hungry for any basketball action. Due to the coronavirus, we have to postpone a few games. In the previous home game, Malaysia Dragons, Kuala Lumpur Dragons, we had to postpone the match against the Mono Vampire at the 11th hour. Initially, it wasn't in the rescheduled postponed game, but towards the end, at the last minute, they decided to postpone the game, the home match between the Kuala Lumpur Dragons and Mono Vampire.
Well, in America, in college basketball, they call it March Madness, but this is a different type of March Madness. And it has been an inconvenience, not just for the players, but the fans, the coaches, everybody in the ASEAN or the ABL basketball fraternity. But full credit to the officials who said safety first. And the most important thing is the safety of everyone, not just the athletes and officials. But tonight, God bless, we will have a game today. So let's talk about the starting 5. Amir Bell, Ching Cheng Hua, Will Artino, Simeon Lepachev, and Kade Davis. No surprise right there, Amir Bell and Ching Cheng Hua. Even though Ching Cheng Hua has got that point guard stature, he will play in the 2 position. Amir Bell will be at quarterback.
Yeah, Ching Cheng Hua in and out in the starting lineup. Depends how Jamie Pearlman wants to strategize his scheme offensively and defensively. So for this game, Ching Cheng Hua will start.
So that's going to be Ching Cheng Hua. He's got to have more confidence in shooting a ball, in my opinion. You know, he shows a lot of hesitation when he's trying to shoot. For the Slingers, on the other hand, they're starting 5. Well, don't forget, there's no Anthony McLean because he has a foot injury. So in comes number 1 there. Well, he doesn't have that shaggy long hair. He's got a haircut. Jamil McKay at number 1, 6'9", the man who studied at Iowa State. And Leon Kwek, Delvin Go, Marcus Elliott, and Xavier Alexander complete the starting 5 for the Singapore Slingers, coached by Neo Beng Siang and Michael Johnson, assistant coach and general manager. These 2 names I just mentioned, coaches and GM respectively, veterans of the ASEAN Basketball League. So they've got to watch out for that man right there. He protects the rim and he can attack the rim as well. Delvin Go, he's been with his team since he was almost 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, Delvin has been since the start of the season, just like Lo Shi Fai. He played all 10th season of this ASEAN Basketball League, and we've seen his development. Is much more confident now in the starting lineup. He's actually a key player for the Slingers locals. Sometimes, you know, it's not just Singapore players, also most of the ASEAN Basketball League locals players, the inconsistency of their locals player is the key for every single team.
Well, we didn't see it on screen, but Kade Davis went up to his wife Mara and his daughter Zara and say, Daddy's got to go to work. So the Caterade, number 34, such a great talent, 31 years of age, playing against his very, very good friend from Oklahoma, the same kampung as we say in Malaysia. Kampung means your hometown. Lepachev against And Lepichev wins the tip against McKay. Bell. Playing well this season, the Ivy League man. Lepichev, Artino, mismatch. Oh, good defense by McKay. Lepichev, Davis thought about it, hesitation. Good defense by X-Man. 4-3, yes! Kay Davis gets things going from downtown.
That's a tough shot by Kate Davis. Devin Go was there right in front of his face.
Dragons want to get off to a good start. Leon Quek's got a point to prove. Elliott, fake. Ching Chenghua playing defense. Bounce pass. Artino playing D. And the ball goes in for the first basket of the game for the Singapore boys. Lepichev. Davis, swing. Bell. Looking for that player who's got an open look. Wah. Artino thinking about going for the shot. Artino up. Okay, good defense, Singapore. Transition a little bit slow there. Alexander. Attacks, yes. The Slingers have the lead for the very first time in this game. 4-3 for the Singapore boys. Bell saying, come on, let's get going. Artino with that screen. Artino, there's a mismatch right there. Gotta watch out. Davis for another three. Back-to-back threes. But Kay Davis, Caterade on fire.
Yeah, much better play here by Will Artino, not trying to force the shot. Saw Davis was open.
Oh, good block there by Artino. Davis, he's got to improve his transition speed. That's what they've been working on with the Dragons. Kay Davis, when he brings up the ball, release it quickly and then swing it around, find the open man.
Yeah, like what Coach Jamie said earlier on, they want to get an easy point from the transitions. There we go, smart play there, not giving the Dragons an easy point from the transition offense.
This will be a battle. Don't forget, these two teams know how to fight it hard right to the very last whistle. Artino, Bell. Davis, good screen by Artino. Davis needs some help. Gotta watch that shot clock. Davis for another three. Ooh, in and out. Looking for his third consecutive tray. Elliott. Okay. On a spin and kick. Ooh, he's looking rusty a little bit. Jamil.
The lack of time played together. They only had one practice session. Remember that McKay here is actually filling in for Anthony McLean, who had a foot injury.
And don't forget Ng Han Bin with an ACL injury. We wish both players, McLean and Ng Han Bin, a speedy recovery. Artino for the two-handed flush. He was open and he just went, thank you very much. Boom!
You see the off-screen. The off-ball screen by Kate Davis allow Will Artino to free up himself.
Takes the shot. Okay, good pass. And that was a good move. Poor defense by the Dragons though. They can't let those easy baskets, give those easy baskets to Singapore. Bell. Artino off the glass. Glass off the glass. That's Artino for you. Iron Will, so effective. Elliott trying to lose his man. Good ball handling by Elliott, but couldn't get the bucket. Bell, Davis, Artino.
That's the quick transition offense that Coach Jamie Pearlman keeps saying. So smart moves, smart play by the Dragons. Saw that Will Artino had an advantage down low.
Will Artino, like I said, he's so consistent this season. Artino. Oh, good block by McKay. Yeah. Here's the X-Man. Can't give him an open look. McKay with the screen. Oh, where's the defense right there? That was easy D. Jamie Pearlman going nuts at the Dragon. He's telling off Will Artino. Come on, man. You gotta box out better than that.
Yeah, smart play there by Jamie McKay. Able to free himself from Will Artino.
Artino. Oh, looks like a travel right there. No call by the referee. Amir Bell loses the ball. Good defense, Leon Quek. Dragons looking a little bit slippery at the moment. Elliott, can he punish for the deuce? Marcus Elliott, Dragons a little bit lucky right there, Mislan.
Yes, the Slingers, they need to be much more consistent. They need to keep it simple, especially Jamel. They don't have enough time to train together. But defensively, Singapore Slingers, especially McKay, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year in 2015. So able to stop Will Artino. But this time a little bit too aggressive there by Marcus Elliott.
Well, gotta watch the foul call. Don't forget, Singapore already have given away 3 fouls. 1 for McKay, 1 for Alexander, and 1 for Delvin Go. So their bigs can't get into foul trouble. Lepichev, Davis, fake. Trying to get some separation. Gotta watch that shot clock. Davis, he's dancing. Artino for the tray, and makes the shot from 3-ball land.
The nice pass then as assist by Kate Davis, able to draw 2 defenders, Devin Go and also McKay, free up Will Artino for the 3-point shot.
5-point lead for the Dragons. Another open look, but Singapore misfiring at the moment. Can the Dragons take advantage? Ching Cheng Hua for the 3. He couldn't hit it. Good attempt though. He's a confidence player. He just needs 1 shot. That's his strength, shooting. He's just looking for that consistency. Go for the 2. Artino with the easy rebound. Slingers are electing to shoot, Mislan. They're looking very rusty.
There we go. That was his sweet spot, the mid-range jumper. Usually it goes down for him, but not that time.
Davis for another tray. Kate Davis fires it, makes it, swishes it from downtown once again.
Not a problem for Kate Davis. Quick curl, good screen by Will Artino. His 3rd 3-pointer of the night for Kate Davis.
Ching Cheng Hua. Nope, came off. Elliott, and no, it almost went down. Marcus Elliott to the charity stripe.
Yeah, Will Artino need to be careful not to complain too much over to the referee. It was a good call. Good contact by Elliott, just unable to get the 2-point shot.
Now, I agree with you. Marcus Elliott, he saw it, he's quick, he attacked the rim. Smart move by the veteran. Timeout called by the KL Dragons, even though they're up by 8. Only Will Artino with 1 foul for the Dragons. So let's try to have a little bit of a listen right here. And it's good to see all the Dragons are in full uniform right now. Lo Shi Fai and Tan Wei Long fully kitted. Who are trying to improve to make the playoffs.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game against the Alap Filipinas. They had the Justin Bowley back, and then they also had another import changes. So it's going to be a different game when the Dragons meet Alap Filipinas later at Manila.
Actually, it's scary, isn't it? Playing Alap Filipinas in the Philippines. Man, that is a daunting task. Such a great basketball organization and the pride of Philippines. Mabuhay to all our fans and viewers in the Philippines or who are from the Philippines who are living around the world. Elliott, he is cold tonight. Don't forget, ABL champion Hong Kong Eastern Long Lions under coach Edu Torres in season 2016-2017, the year after the Dragons won. The Dragons were coached by coach Ariel Guardia. Makes 1 out of 2. Marcus Elliott. Lepichev, he's been quiet so far. Davis, he's been hot. Bell calling for a shirts call. Davis for the long 3. Elliott. Dragons need numbers back to protect the rim, defend the perimeter as well. Bell trying to stay with Elliott. Elliott up. And the tip. Well done by McKay. That's aggressive right there.
Yeah, good screen by McKay actually. We couldn't see it here, but McKay able to create a space, create a lane for Marcus Elliott. And when the half defense came into Marcus Elliott's, an easy drop pass to McKay for that easy 2-point.
Referee call for a pushing foul committed by Delvin Go, and I think that's his second foul of the game. No, not his second foul. Check that. Davis thought about the tray. Kelvin Lim trying to stay with Davis. Davis for the 2. Couldn't hit it that time. The Dragons don't want to let Singapore back in this game. Singapore want to go for a run. Continuation. No.
It's almost falling in, but didn't draw, but it's not a 2 free throw. Not a continuation call, so baseline inbound for Singapore Slingers.
Singapore trying to stay with them. They're even though they haven't done anything magnificent so far in this game, no disrespect, they're only down by 5 points. Dragons looking for consistency as usual. Nick Tem now on court. Lim, Elliott, Alexander for the deuce. Yes, swishes that. Well done, Xavier Alexander.
The Dragons are playing zone defense right now, and Marcus Elliott, with the half the screen by McKay, able to get a 2-point for Singapore.
So Will Artino taking a bit of a breather, but he's about to come back on court, and Coach Jamie Pearlman giving Agent Zero Quek some game time, the new daddy. And as I say that, Lepechev to the bench. Artino checks back in. Quek Yen, he's so hot and cold this season, it's not funny. A lot of expectation has been put on Quek this season, coming back to the Dragons after playing with the NS Matrix for quite some time. Breaks that, 1 out of 2. Again, Quek, consistency. No Ting Chun Pong tonight, he's taking a bit of a rest. So had a bit of an injury as well. Marcus Elliott, very quick, trying to lose Bell. Elliott, gotta watch that shot clock. Elliott puts it up. Good defense. And it's considered shot clock violation anyway. Davis trying to get an open look, but he was met by Alexander. Bell, will he go for the high arcing shot? Davis, Quek. Oh, that was a turnover by Quek. He was trying to get it to Artino. Too much of a high pass.
Yeah, miscommunication there. He saw the opening, but a little bit too hard to pass from Quek. And Will Artino is always complaining about the contact to the referee.
Surprise, surprise. 2 minutes to go before the end of the first period. Right here at MABA Stadium. Elliott, McKay. Looks like a bit of a travel, but the referee said continuation. Alexander for the 3. McKay gets the easy rebound. Kick. Alexander, second bite at the cherry from 3-point land. Artino with the rebound. Bell. What about driving the lane? Quek, hesitation. Nick Tem, he can shoot it. Watch that shot clock. Quek, he's playing strong. Quek, oh, for the spin. Tried to go for the layup right there. Just Alexander Elliott fires it and makes the 3-point shot to make this a 1-point ball game. Well done.
Yeah, thanks to Xavier Alexander able to save the ball out of a broken play. Almost a turnover by the Slingers.
Bell high arcing, yes. Swish, nothing but net for Amir Bell. Elliott right now, can he respond? Screen there by McKay. Good pass. Double team. Artino there to clean up the mess as usual. Amir Bell just said, let's just slow it down, guys. We want to get another bucket. Spinning. And that's a good call by the ref.
Bell couldn't handle the ball, tried to spin it. And then good defense by the Slingers, able to read Bell here, Marcus Elliott, and the help by McKay. That's why he's the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year.
Yes, he was Defensive Player of the Year when he was playing in college. Average 11 points and 9 rebounds for Iowa State.
The Cyclone. That's what they call it.
The Cyclone. He's a nice guy too. I spoke to him before the game. Very friendly chap. Big shout out to his best friend, Camille, and his family. Alexander! Oh, Martino there once again. Davis. Ooh, good block. Oh, that almost got there. But a really, really interesting game. Dragons started well, and then Singapore game came back into it. Mislan, I'm going to say this a lot today, but they do look very rusty, both teams.
Yeah, you have to credit Jamil McKay, his defensive presence, his defensive awareness, able to deny a few attempts by Will Artino, and that last block, that 3-point shot, as you can see that he realized that the shot clock is going down, and then able to block that 3-point attempt.
So these are some of the highlights from the first period. Mislan, the Singapore team were missing shots, but again, the Dragons not boxing out properly and letting Singapore stay competitive in the first quarter.
Yeah, the defensive rebound is an issue. Dragons need to rebound better defensively. As McKay, I think he got a few offensive rebounds already. 3 offensive rebounds, if I'm not mistaken. But then the Dragons, this almost an easy point-blank shot by Quack, just couldn't get in. 3 points difference right now between the Kuala Lumpur Dragons and Singapore Slingers.
Well, the Singapore Slingers will want to get back to playing ways. They've got a game very soon against Alab, and then Macau, Mono, Hong Kong, and the Saigon Heat. Don't forget, the teams will just want to wrap it up as quickly as possible because they do want to get to the playoffs.
Run high. We looking for
Coach
Mark
Neo,
coming off the
right here.
Go defense on 3, 1, 2, 3. Defense.
On court right now with Ching Cheng Hua, so he's going small, Mislan. Ching Cheng Hua, Ben Sim, and Amir Bell all on court. For Singapore, Lim Jun Yun and also Kelvin Lim. The 2 changes for the Singapore boys. Only 3 points down, Singapore. Alexander. Elliott attacks. Yes! Makes this a 1-point ball game. Well done, Marcus Elliott. He's got so much hustle about him. Tino. Off earlier, Lepichev. Looking for the feed. And great floater there by Artino.
Yeah, we see the same play over and over again for the Dragons. You see the screen by Cheng Hua able to free up Will Artino. That sweet left hook shot by Will Artino.
Elliott. Stay with him. Got a body up. Sorry, that's Alexander. Alexander! Nothing stopping the X-Man. He's got superpowers.
Yeah, nice move there by Alexander. An easy 2-point for him.
Martino. Lepichev didn't expect the pass. Lost the ball. Here comes Singapore.
An offensive foul. Good defense by Amir Bell. Able to read McKay pathway. Sacrificing his body here once again. We like to know what's been late. Good call by the referee.
Yeah, because, well, that was really good call because defense, legal guarding position by Amir Bell. Feet down, hands up. So very, very sharp eyes by the ref. An offensive foul, and McKay will go to the bench because that is his second foul. So Delvin Go, number 23 for Singapore, will have to do the big man job. Dragons will want to capitalize right here. Ben Sim. Pull up right there. Couldn't hit that shot. Elliott. Rebound by Lepichev. Both teams shooting brilliantly and consistently. Ben Sim. Oh, almost will. They're fighting. Artino saves the day once again.
A good tip in by Will Artino. He tried twice, able to out-tip. There we go there.
X calling for the foul, but no call there by the ref. I thought he had a good case, to be fair to X. Bell, Ben Sim open. Ben Sim, some confidence. Referee looked a bit unsure right there, Ms. Line. I thought he was going to give it to Singapore.
Yeah, fall on the floor. I think it was Kelvin Lim. A little bit too aggressive, denying the ball from Lim Chap.
That was good defense there by Singapore. Ben Sim thought he had a bit of time. Bell. Ching Hua should have taken the shot, in my opinion. Good pass, Artino! Lepichev with the cut and the finish!
Nice cut by Lipichev, and Will Artino won the pass, able to saw his teammate wide open with that cut.
Alexander, on for a set, wants a screen. Elliott, gets it back. Well done, Marcus Elliott. Posting up for the turnaround. 2 shots for Marcus.
Such a savvy veteran, Marcus Elliott, able to draw the contact and the fall. Almost got an N1 there.
Oh, that was a good move by Marcus Elliott, because you know what, he knew Ching Cheng Wan would struggle to defend him. That's a size mismatch, and no offense to Ching Cheng Wan, an athletic mismatch as well. Marcus Elliott is a very, very good athlete. Knows what he's doing. Trying to put him off right here. Played a lot of ball in South America, Marcus Elliott.
Surprisingly struggling from the charity stripe.
Well, that's what happens when you have your momentum going and then you have that taken it away from you. But do not ever underestimate Marcus Elliott. He's a champion. He's played basketball in many countries. He's lived in South America for a long time. He's a really nice guy as well. Speaks his mind. Loves the ABL. Ching Cheng Hua. Really, he will not take a shot. Bell, Ching Cheng Hua, take the shot, man. There's a travel right there. Puts it up. Because Ching Cheng Hua did not take the shot. Elliott, the tray. Oh, Lepichev, Leon, good defense, Leon Quick. Davis, thought about the 3. Cross-court pass, good intercept by Leon Quick. Alexander. Oh, the Dragons ball, Alexander shot. I thought that was a 50-50 call, in my opinion.
I thought that was a good block by the Dragons.
I say 50-50 call because it could have gone either way. You don't know with the refs. Seriously. Lepichev. Davis. This is good defense by Singapore. Davis. On the 3-pointer. Fouled on the 3-point line.
I mean, that questionable. There's a little bit of contact there, but I don't know whether he's...
Well, he sold it. He sold it. He sold it.
Yeah. I mean, come on, ref. Oh.
You know, you keep going the way you are. Kane Davis ain't gonna send you a Hari Raya card, okay?
That'll be go 3rd personal foul, so it's not a good news.
No, 3rd foul, and McKay also in foul trouble. Davis. Kate Davis at the moment, 10 points. The 2nd leading scorer in this game. Don't forget, he has the game of Mono Vampire in the back of his head when he could have won the Dragons the game, their away game this season. He's got a point to prove every time he goes to the charity stripe. 3 out of 3 for the Gatorade.
You don't have to mention that Mono Vampire game, man.
Well, his bosses gave him a lot of lip for it. Delvin Go in a bit of foul trouble. Needs to help his teammates. Elliott Got a body up on him. Can't give him open look. He'll punish you. Go. Mismatch right there. And great spin. And with the layup right there by Delvin Go. He saw the mismatch. Smart move. 3-point back to a 3-point ball game. Lepichev to Bell. Lepichev trying to cut. Artino posting up. Artino, yes! As he attacks the rim right there to finish with the 2-pointer. Lim, quick. He can hit him from downtown as well. Lim, don't give him an open look. Don't give any of these guys an open look. The Singapore guys are confident. X. Let's go for a travel.
What a sequence of play. Alexander able to keep it alive, but then the shot clock. Good defense. Good defense. That's good defense.
That's just good defense, you know. Stay your legal guarding position. I think Coach Jamie has grilled them with that. I mean, they hashtag Twitter this week and said, we are working on our defense. I mean, Ray just post. Though Shifai has found his uniform. Can he find his range? Wow. Artino kick, Bell, fake. Shifai asking for the ball. Artino, Bell for the... Oh, in and out, unlucky right there, he launched it. Singapore, don't want to get a bit of a hole. Looking for a cut, Leon puts it up. Amir Bell, he goes with speed. Amir Bell, got a kick. Shifai, swing, wow.
There's his goal force, personal force. So Coach Neo needs to do something here. Bring it in.
Well, he's going to bring in Lavin Raj.
Yeah, bring in Lavin Raj. Young player for the Singapore Slingers.
Only 19 years of age.
So we have a timeout on the floor. TV timeout here as we hit the 5th minutes of the second quarter.
4 minutes and 30 seconds to go before halftime. It's been a weird game, Mizlan, I'll be honest. It's been a weird game from the start. I forgot to bring in the right uniforms, and both teams have been... Bin Mizlan, I mean, if he was here, it would be a really different story. And he's such a great player, such a great warrior.
Yeah, I mean, his experience is a good, high quality caliber player.
Deep three, couldn't hit it. Misfires right there. Elliott to Alexander. Davis trying to stay with X. X kicks. Elliott fakes. Look like a travel right there. Watch that shot clock. X. Oh, good rebound. Marcus Elliott kicks. Leon. Oh, good block by Bell. There it is. He needs numbers. Shifai. 4-3. That would have brought the house down. Low Shifai, the veteran. Quick. Has been quiet today. Hasn't scored today, Leon Quick. Lavin Raj turns the ball over. Still a very young man who hardly plays at all. And he's been given a big task. Posting up. Artino there. Loses Raj. Underneath the basket. No problem, says Iron Will.
Yeah, smart move by the Dragons. Realize that the mismatch, the inexperienced Raj as Will Artino attacking him. Oh, another offensive foul.
And that's Lavin Raj showing how green he is. And you know what? He's a very nice guy though, Lavin Raj. Very friendly chap, and that's why his Singapore team are not giving him any lip. He's trying his best. I mean, what a situation.
I mean, Lavin Raj, he is the future of Singapore basketball.
That's right.
As we've seen how Delvin Go blossom from his first year until his 10th year in the ABL. So you have to give him some time. But I don't know. I mean, this is such a huge task for him. It's going to be a very good, valuable lesson for Lavin Raj.
But you know, them bringing on Lavin Raj, that goes to show how desperate Singapore are. No real big man there because McKay in foul trouble, Delvin Go in foul trouble. So I mean, McLean would be so handy in a situation like this, offensively and defensively. High screen by 5. Bell. Oh, Ahmed Bell with a smart shot right there to get the 2 points.
Yeah, the bank is open for Army Bell using the glass.
Elliott, screen by Raj. That's a better screen by Raj. Raj! No! I was hoping he'd get the basket, objectively speaking. I really like the kid.
The nice move there actually by Lavin Raj. Just tough defense by the Dragons.
So McKay back in. Like I said earlier, a big shout out to Jamil's best friend Tramel and Jamil's family as well. Quick for the 3. Yes, Leon Quick. Like I said, do not write that young man off. Leon Quick from downtown.
Yeah, you cannot sleep on Quack. I mean, he's very dangerous from the 3-point line.
Javis for the 3. Oh, good steal there by McKay. And Elliott there thought he was fouled. Holding foul. Still Singapore ball. Marcus Elliott saying what's going on right there. Again, Dragons, they were up, a little bit sloppy. Dragons rotating. Nicholas Tem on court. He hasn't hit the 3 just yet. That's what the crowd want to see. Nicholas Tem, the youngster.
Will Artino struggling against McKay. Even though he got 15 points, but those 15 points is actually when McKay is not on the floor.
Yeah, good point. Oh, there's a bit of no contact. Long 3. Buries that. Nothing but net for Marcus Elliott. And just like that, it's a 3-point game. Bell. Nick Tem. Artino.
That's a 3-second violation. Nick Tam should have shot it.
Yes,
I mean,
something about the Dragons locals, they're so hesitant. It's frustrating to watch. You want to see local talent step up to the plate and execute.
Ben, I think Will Artino needs to be careful not to complain too much to the referee or he's going to get tagged.
Oh, ejected.
Then we have a
Technical,
foul.
there you go.
It's not Will Artino, but Army Bell. They get the technical, complaining, arguing with the referee call. It's not a smart move by Army Bell.
Well, you know what? Now Lo Shifai's got to be careful. He's talking to the referee.
Technical foul on number 5 Mary Bell.
Just like that, the Dragons were up by 7, and now potential 2-point ball game with 2 minutes to go before halftime. It's been a strange one, I must be honest. Marcus Elliott. They'll get the ball back. Singapore because of that technical on Ahmed Bell. Want to tie it up or take the lead, Singapore. Elliott, so dangerous. Outside the arc. Marcus Elliott on the drive.
Oh, Elliott unable to convert that. He got a mismatch here. Lipichev on here. And also another mismatch is actually McKay, as John and Wong was guarding McKay. So Marcus Elliott unable to fully utilize the mismatch there.
34-32 in favor of the Dragons. Kate Davis, the leading scorer in this game with 12 points, followed by Marcus Elliott with 11 points.
All the advantage that he can get trying to get into the referee's head to give them slight advantage. Have you heard Michael Johnson telling his player, go to that Philippine draft.
And don't say, and just say mabuhay. O kumusta.
5 seconds left on the shot clock for Singapore.
X. Quack. Quack with the three. Leon Quack.
Almost the offensive rebound for McKay. So the Dragons need to be more careful defensively on their rebounds. Only 2-point games now.
Leon Quack usually hits, but sometimes he has a very good game. Usually good pass. Lepachev with the one-handed hammer. Good on you, Simeon. Right place, right time, great finish. Quack. Chin Cheng Hua trying to protect the ball. Chin Cheng Hua. Davis thought about the triple. The deflection, gets the ball back. Up, no. Dragons looking rushed at the moment. Elliott, so dangerous. For the floater. Martino gets it eventually. He needs help. It's John Wong. He doesn't play very many minutes. Watt to Artino. Watt trying to get to the corner.
Mismatch there in the paint between Lipichev and Calvin Lim.
Third personal foul.
Man, McKay, actually his defensive awareness, his defensive presence. You see the Dragons struggling because of this guy, McKay.
Simeon Lepachev, the man who can speak French as well. Brings that one. His father's the former Malaysia national team coach in the 90s. Nice guy. He's been working with his son as well. He's playing as a local this season. And he makes that one just. And the clock is not moving. Oh, very slow for the clock to move. Should have added 2 seconds there, Mr. Official. Elliott for the tray. Yes! Nothing but net for Marcus Elliott.
Another combo once again between Elliott and McKay. McKay doing the simplest thing, just screening for Elliott to get open.
Xing Cheng Hua with a fake. Up. Nobody there to rescue for the Dragons. Here comes Singapore. Alexander. 2 shots for the X-Man to tie it up. Chance to tie it up. Xavier Alexander.
Yeah, the Dragons already over the team for Limi in the second quarter.
You know what? It's just they had the lead, the Dragons, but because of that poor perimeter defense, Marcus Elliott was able to hit that shot, and that's why look at it, the potential. I mean, the Dragons only have themselves to blame.
That's just a savvy play by the experienced veteran Marcus Elliott.
Marcus Elliott, the man with a criminal justice degree. He's rated as one of the best players who's played in the ASEAN Basketball League. Don't forget, Rise to Greatness. This is the 10th season of the ASEAN Basketball League. Xavier Alexander has been here since 2015. Dragons need to go. Good defense by Calvin Lim to stall. Davis, Martino. 2 shots for Iron Will. Alexander livid with the referees. Are they going to tee him up?
Probably not.
Shooting foul number 15, Xavier Alexander.
Nice move there by Willan Martino. Calm and composed. We have a timeout
KL Dragons.
by the KL Dragons. 1.9 seconds left in this second quarter.
What a time to have a timeout. Coach Jamie Pearlman.
Not going to be carried in the second half of the game. So the Dragons already used all the timeouts for the first half.
I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Jamie Pearlman just re-emphasized, look, whatever happens to Will in these 2 shots, get back on defense quickly. Do not give them an opportunity to get the last shot or to get a shot before the end of this quarter. Iron Will. Very, very good season, game against the Slingers. Whoa! Almost went there, so he will get, if he does get some production, it will be just the 1 point for the Dragons to potentially take a 2-point lead at halftime. He bricks both. Slingers, that's it. It's a 1-point lead for the KL Dragons. They'll be disappointed with that performance in the second quarter. Very inconsistent. The Slingers outscoring the Dragons in the second quarter, 20 points to 18. Halftime score right here at MABA. Dragons 37, Slingers 36.
Once again, make some noise for your Dragons.
Yeah, defensively, I mean, McKay has been the key defensively for the Slingers, able to not only get a stop for the Slingers, but also disarray the Dragons' offense. I mean, we've seen the Dragons struggling a little bit in this second quarter, but you have to realize that these 2 teams are actually the top 2 defensive team in the league.
Oh, that's right. I mean, the Slingers averaging 44.7 rebounds per game and 5.5 blocks per game this season, leading the stats in the rebound category and the blocks category. So you're right, they're defensively very, very solid, and they're the best 3-point shooting team in this competition, 36% from outside the arc. Neville right here, and Kate Davis, he's been a bit quiet in the second quarter.
Yeah, he was superb in the first quarter with 9 points, but not so much in the second quarter. But then this guy, Marcus Elliott, very smart and savvy, showing his experience on the court, trying to get that matchup combo between him and McKay as the X-Man for the Slingers, able to score another 2 points and save the ball for Marcus Elliott to hit a 3-point shot. Marcus Elliott with 14 points in the first half for the Singapore Slingers.
Marcus Elliott, you know what? You've got to do a better job on him defensively. He is bullying Ching Cheng Hua all over the court. So Coach Jamie Pearlman needs to, send someone on him and just stick with him, because you can't give Marcus Elliott an opportunity. Will Artino right there with the shot, and he's been doing almost everything. Alexander not afraid to attack the basket. Benson with that missed shot for Artino there to clean it up.
Here you see once again nice pass between Will Artino and Lipichev. They need to do that more often. Delvin go. An easy mismatch up there with him and Chenghua.
Artino posting up right here. Fake and puts it up and in with the finish right there. Coach Jamie Pearlman constantly telling his Dragons, pressure, pressure and pressure. Amir Bell, the pull up off the glass. The bank is open. Cha-ching today. Marcus Elliott, such a great warrior. The little deep three swishes that three-pointer right there.
There you see Will Artino able to find once again Lipichev. They need to focus that inside attack between Artino and Lipichev as Marcus Elliott. Here's the screen by McKay that opening up for the three-point shot. 40 points total for Marcus Elliott in this first half.
Let's break down the numbers, Mizlan. And from outside the arc, both teams equal 33%. But it is the turnovers right there. Both teams making a lot of mistakes. It's very, very statistically even right here, Mizlan.
Yeah, almost even except the offensive rebounds. 8 offensive rebounds for the Slingers. However, 12 falls for the Slingers. So the foul trouble go, and also McKay that cost them only 1 point difference right now between Kuala Lumpur Dragons and Singapore Slingers.
So that's the numbers right there. And then we're just going to go for a short breather. But when we come back, the game right here at MABA Stadium.
What makes a champion? Passion, grit, determination.
A challenge can make or break you. Work hard in silence. Let success be your noise.
Never stop, you can only get better. The only one that can hold you back is yourself.
I'm a warrior. I put my war paint on.
We are the composers of our own destiny. Nothing is out of reach if we dare to dream the impossible. Believe the unbelievable and never take no for an answer. Because greatness is in all of us. For we are all champions.
AirAsia pretty much go to every surf destination that you want to go to. We jumped on a plane with AirAsia to Sri Lanka, and we actually surprisingly got some really good waves. Kind of got that Indonesia vibe with way less people, and the water was warm, it was sunny, and the waves were perfect. AirAsia's been really good in the sense of keeping the prices at a really low level that you're going to get there happily and jump on and hopefully get some good waves. That's what surfing's about. AirAsia pretty much go.
My name's Marcus. We own the Mexican Street Food Cafe. All of our travel seems to be based around food. We booked a flight to Malaysia. The street food there is world renowned. AirAsia made it easy by putting us right in the locations that we needed to be. The quality of food on the flight was amazing. There's a reason why they've been #1 low-cost airline for 11 years. You can see why. It's the equal of any full-service airline.
AirAsia's been amazing for me. All the airline staff were really nice, and for me being a surfer, the best thing is just that the first board bag goes free. I was able to go on one of the first flights from Perth to Lombok. I could literally look at the surf forecast, see that there's going to be a swell, and then just jet on straight up with AirAsia and surf one of my favourite waves in the world. I discovered so much about Lombok, the culture and the waterfalls and just like the beautiful landscapes and scenery. You think those waves are out of reach? It's way closer than you think.
I used to be one of those flyers that was so scared of flying. I actually love flying now. I think from last count, I've had 76 flights with AirAsia. Been to Laos, Vietnam, all over Thailand, most places in Malaysia, Borneo. Yeah, it's been fantastic. Although they say low-cost carrier, You really do get a first-class service. They go out of their way to make it really comfortable for you every time.
Flying from Brisbane to Bangkok with AirAsia, I think you have that expectation on a low-cost airline that the level of service isn't going to be there. But the surprise for me was just the experience of sitting economy on the way there at 6'3", pleasantly surprised by the amount of room. Coming home was a different story. Got to fly on the flatbed, and it was a very, very comfortable trip home. The quality of service, the friendliness of the staff, the quality of the meals, you can't beat that.
So I do have a girlfriend who lives in Malaysia. Then we just hit it off and we decided that we'd want to keep this relationship going. AirAsia was obviously able to play a part in that with the cheap flights between Sydney and KL. Without AirAsia, this whole relationship might not even have been possible. I have flown full service airlines since to other countries. I was like sitting there thinking, what am I getting here that I don't get on AirAsia? What am I actually paying for the extra for here?
AirAsia's been great. It's given me the opportunity to be able to continue my work as a volunteer in Southeast Asia, in particular in Vietnam. And what makes it so pleasurable to actually fly with them, the planes are in great condition, the seats are comfortable, and what is really good value for money is the quiet zone, a part of the aeroplane that is incredibly tranquil. AirAsia is able to provide a quality flying experience for an incredibly cheap price.
To fly because Jamel McKay is the X factor for the Singapore Slingers. We've seen that he got about 3 offensive rebounds, and defensively, even though we cannot see the stats, but I've seen how the Dragons' offensive flow was disturbed by this McKay guy.
You've been talking about Jamil McKay all throughout the first half. We know the quality in him, most notably winning the 2017 NBL Championship with Pearl Wildcats. So he is a class above the rest in terms of defensive players.
Yeah, definitely we've seen that how defensively he was able to, like I said earlier, disturb the Dragons' offensive play. But don't discredit his offensive set play, his skill set. And we've seen how Marcus Elliott smartly, very good, using McKay as his screen, able to get 40 points. A few, I think, maybe 4 or 5 possessions where Marcus Elliott and also Xavier Alexander able to use McKay as the screen, able to get themselves free and get an easy point for the Singapore Slingers.
Okay, last remark on McKay. Between McKay and McLean, who do you think is more effective in terms of turning it up for the Slingers?
I mean, that's a very tough question to answer because both are actually 2 different players. McLean is much more dominant power kind of player, whereas Jamel McKay is the modern type of center for basketball here, where he's actually quite mobile, quite agile. I like his defensive awareness, I like his defensive presence. Offensively, he keeps it simple, he plays his role. So for now, I'm going to take McKay over McLean.
Okay, so we'll see more of McKay later in the second half, but first let's focus on the first half where we saw Will Artino, constant double-double threat, turning it up for KL Dragons. If we look at their last match, Artino was put a lid on. The Slingers put a lid on Artino, but this time around he managed to run free, he's got the space, he's turning it up.
Artino got 15 points, but those 15 points actually come most of it when McKay is off the floor. You see here, Will Artino able to use the mismatch against the smaller Davico. He was on foul trouble, 4 personal foul in the first half, and then when they had to use Raj as the backup center, I don't know why Coach Neo didn't pull McKay early on. He only got 2 personal fouls in the first half. So Will Artino able to fully utilize, but he still struggled against McKay. So we have to see how the rest of the half going to play for Will Artino.
Will Artino has an average of 23.1 points per game prior to this game, so that makes him 4th in the league for this record. But let's talk about rebounds. For rebounds, because prior to the match, Jamie Pearlman, he talked about transitions being where teams will win the game in terms of defensive matches like this. Do you think the Dragons did enough?
No, obviously not. They're not playing very good right now, the Dragons. Defensively, rebounding, they are not getting the defensive rebound. We've seen a couple of times, not only McKay, but also sometimes Alexander and Marcus Elliott able to get the offensive rebound. So when the Dragons not able to get the defensive rebound, they cannot go on the transition offense, which Jamie Pearlman said it earlier, they need to get an easy point from the transition offense. So the Dragons are unable to do that, and the Slingers actually play a very good, solid defense, able to only allowed 37 points for the Dragons in the first half.
We have to expect this kind of low-scoring affair between two very defensive teams. As you said, two of the most defensive team in the ABL. Let's talk about the Slingers and Marcus Elliott. Last time out, Marcus Elliott was the one to turn it up for the Slingers, and this time around, okay, so far he has 14 points. My question is, are his teammates doing enough to get him the ball in order to make it the basket?
Delvigo and Quack, they need to step up for the Singapore Slingers. They struggled in the previous game. They also struggled in this game. Delvigo on 4 personal fouls. So the Dragons has been smart, putting a lot of pressure defensively on Delvigo, and then they also focus a lot defensively on Leon Quack. So both of them are struggling for the Slingers. So they need these two players to step up in order for them to get a win tonight.
Marcus Elliott led the Slingers in scoring with 21 points from the field last time out, and his teammate Xavier Alexander had 20 points in the last game. Based on the first half, Ms. Lan, do you think both of them can continue with that tally, or do you think the Dragons will continue to put a lid on them?
Yeah, the adjustment that the Dragons need to be made is obviously the combo, the pick and roll between Marcus Elliott and McKay. We've seen a couple of times. Marcus Elliott, this time is Alexander able to get a screen from McKay in order for him to get a free up, and then here once again we've seen an easy pick and roll, nice screen by McKay and easy 3-point by Marcus Elliott. So the adjustment for the Dragons is they need to stop the screen by McKay.
So let's switch back to KL Dragons. Let's talk about their playmaker, Amir Bell. Last time around, he was the player of the game against the Slingers. He scored 18 points. Over here, do you think he's doing enough as a playmaker for the Dragons?
I mean, that's tough to say because you've seen how McKay present, able to slow down offensively the sets. Only 4 points, 2 rebounds, but then the whole teams are struggling with the exception of Will Artino when he went on fire when McKay was on the bench. So they need maybe tweak it up a little bit. McKay has been, I keep saying McKay names a lot here, but defensively for the Slingers, he has been such a presence. We've seen at the last second where he was able to block that 3-point shot by Kate Davies. So he was the center, but he went out to a 3-point line to block that 3-point shot. That last minute 3-point shot by Kate Davies. So that's a high defensive basketball IQ by McKay.
It's worth noting that last time out against the Slingers, KL Dragons had 4 players that recorded double-digit points for the team, and of course your usual suspects like Kate Davis, you've got Will Artino, Simeon Lepichev, as well as Amir Bell. How will they do? What do you think? How will this go?
I mean, this is the task for the Dragons, especially for coach Jamie Pearlman. He needs to adjust, and I think so far that I've seen that they can adjust. They just need to be consistent. The simple is get the defensive rebound, go out and transition offense, and the Dragons will be fine.
Thank you, Ms. Lanil Azam. Let's get the second half underway here at the MABA Stadium between Kuala Lumpur Dragons versus Singapore Slingers.
Thank you very much to June and Mislan for that very, very deep insight of the first half. The game right here between the Kuala Lumpur Dragons and the Singapore Slingers right here at MABA Stadium. For those of you who are just joining us for the very first time today, it is the Dragons who are up by 1 point. Don't forget, these two teams have not played any form of basketball since the 23rd of February. And the last time these two teams played was actually against each other because of many match postponements because of the coronavirus recently. So the Dragons, they will want to continue their winning momentum. If they win today's game, they will go to 3rd position and really want to get the regular season done as soon as possible. But there's been a bit of delays. As I mentioned at the top of this show, full credit to the ASEAN Basketball League, their organizers, led by COO Mr. Jericho, in terms of making tough calls and also making sure everybody in our ecosystem of basketball is safe. Chim Cheng Hua on court. And Ms. Lan rejoins me right next to me. Ms. Lan, good analysis right there with Miss Jun.
Thanks, Ben.
But Ms. Lan is back to business. And the spotlight firmly on these two teams right here. Bell, Wah. Good defense by Leon Quek. Davis outside the arc. Marcus Elliott going to try to stay with him. deflection. Alexander, yes! Xavier Alexander gives the Slingers the lead.
See, Alexander just warming up in the second half. And then another deflection by Alexander. The Dragons need to be careful right now, not giving up lackluster passes.
Bell, good defense. Wow.
Good defense indeed by the Singapore Slingers, except on the last minute there by Kelvin Lim, the reaching fall. Nice call, good call, easy call for the ref.
Kelvin Lim disappointed with himself right there, but got to give him an A for trying. And Singapore got to weather the storm in terms of the foul trouble in this quarter. Davis, Artino. Another deflect turnover right there. Dragons being very sloppy. Their third turnover at the start of this quarter. Alexander, good rejection right there, but
there's a fall there on the floor. Artino is being blamed, and he needs to be careful there, not getting the second tag. I understand his disappointment there. No, I believe it's a good block there.
That was a good block. Is that a turning point right here? Video replay when you need it.
So that's the third personal foul of Will Artino. Alexander is going to the charity stripe for 2.
This is potential swing right here. The crowd doing their best to put Alexander off, but he's made us steal this one. This is that. It spoke too soon. Good decision by Marcus Elliott. Slammed the ball off Will Artino's leg. Smart move, Marcus Elliott.
This is what I talked about in the halftime, Ben. I mean, the Dragons, they need to get the defensive rebounds.
Well, I told Coach Jamie Pearlman once, I said, defense fuels your game. And he kind of agreed and disagreed with me. Kwek for the 3! Yes! Leon Kwek! 6 points in this game. The silent assassin.
Where is the Dragons defense? You cannot leave Leon Kwek wide open like that.
Dragons not panicking just yet. This was very similar how the Singapore game went in Singapore at the OCBC Arena just 2 weeks back. Wow, he's got to step up, Ching Cheng Hua. Take the shot. See, doesn't take the shot. Lepechev couldn't finish right there. Gets the ball back, and Lepechev, second bite at it. Elliott for the 3.
See how McKay aggressively attacking the glass, trying to catch an offensive rebound. He was lucky.
He was a lot leaner. Okay. Very big Artino. Artino right there. Artino! He'll get 2 shots. And who was that foul? Who was that? McKay with another foul.
Good move here by Will Artino. Just a slide of space. It's a good block, but not according to Graf.
So that's his 3rd foul. And Will Artino again. That's his Achilles heel. That's his weak point of the game. He's trying to improve. Coach Jamie Pearlman always telling him in training, just keep shooting, Will. You'll get it. And that's just like that. It's a 2-point ball game. Dragons very sloppy with turnovers in this quarter, but they're trying to find the turning point. Can't give the Slingers open looks, especially Leon Kwek and Marcus Elliott. Cheng Hua going to do a better job on defense. Kwek. Lim. Bell with the rebound. Amir Bell trying to get down the court. Drives the lane. Yes! Amir Bell splits the Singapore defense wide open.
coast to coast by Armin Bell. Okay, had to stay on ground to cover Will Artino. Such a good move by Armin Bell. Able to get a defensive rebound and straight away full steam ahead for Armin Bell.
Well, when he takes off like that, it's very hard to keep up with him. Don't forget, he's also got a sort of a dodgy shoulder a little bit. Kwek, will he go for another shot? Kwek floats it off the glass. Rebound by Ching Cheng Hua. Needs to release it. He's getting hunted down. Bell thought about the high arcing shot. Davis has been quiet. Lepechev.
That's a blocking foul. That's fourth personal foul.
I thought that was an offensive foul.
Oh, it's actually Alexander. I thought it was McKay was taking the foul. So
you got confused, mate.
Is it third or fourth personal
No,
foul?
that's his third foul. Two more fouls he's out. So their bigs are getting to the danger zone at the moment. Calvin Lim, one more foul, he's out. And then Xavier Alexander, two more fouls, he's out. McKay, two more fouls, he's out. So, and Delvin Go, one more foul, he's out. So they are really flirting with danger. Good defense on Artino. John Wong, Ching Cheng Hua, Lepechev.
That's the fourth personal foul. I mean, nice play there by Lepechev. Able to sell the ball as McKay is going to sit. Not even 3 minutes in this third quarter, and Delby Go coming in with 4 personal foul.
But never ever underestimate this Singapore team. You know one thing about Singapore, they've got an intangible, their attitude. They will just fight you until the very end and not give up. And then, if you leave Marcus Elliott open, he will punish you. Already, Marcus Elliott with 14 points. Lepechev gives the Dragons back the lead.
The Dragons are going to attack the Slingers in the paint.
Yes.
Putting a lot of pressure on the Slingers defensive.
2 out of 2 for Lepechev, the man who went to college in America. Elliott loses Hua. Elliott! Oh, Elliott! He splits the Dragons D. What a move! Marcus Elliott, deflection. Davis. What is up with the Dragons in terms of protecting the ball? Alexander. They're everywhere, the Dragons at the moment. Disorganized defensively. Lim. Kwek. Hands up, Dragons. Lepechev there. Davis brings it up. Lepechev. John. Artino spins and gets the basket. It's hard to stop.
Yes, smart play by the Dragons. Good pass, entry pass by John Wong to Will Artino. Delvin Go with 4 personal fouls.
Very, very close game. Elliott for the deuce. Delvin Go with the rebound. Marcus Elliott for the tray. Artino with the rebound. Very slow in transition, Mislan, for the Dragons.
Will Artino needs to trust his local teammates. Able to get a ball.
Wow, again, hesitation. Lepechev spin at the hook. Well done with the hook and the basket.
Once again, the attacking Delvin Go in the paint. Lepechev also left-handed as well as Will Artino.
Well, attack the basket, says Coach Jamie Pearlman. Don't hesitate. Leon Kwek. Shots not going down for the away team, the Singapore Slingers. Can the Dragons continue this run right here? Davis has been super quiet in the second. Almost a turnover. Wah asking for the ball. Fake. Wah. Fake. Not taking the shot. And that's how they turn it over. Alexander!
And an easy 2-point transition for the Slingers as Jamie Pearlman's taking a timeout. Hesitation by the Dragons players, and then Alexander punished them.
That's purely because of hesitation by 2 Dragons locals. right here. And the Dragons, very, very tough performance here. Almir Bell back on court. Defense has been a huge question mark for the Dragons tonight. And for the Slingers, consistency of offense, really. And the foul trouble they're in. Wow. That's the shot that, well, I asked him to take the shot, didn't he? He listened to me. Elliott. Team captain Desmond O. Lim. X-Man. X-Man for the triple, yes! In front once again, the Slingers.
Too much space there for Alexander.
Davis tracks the double team, or did. Kick, Bell, high-arcing three. Now it's the Dragons who are looking cold. Alexander wants to capitalize. Elliott and Alexander, they can combine. Elliott for the two. Artino, Wah, he's got a release. Davis fake, couldn't take. Artino, we saw him over the smaller Delvin Go. It's a bit of a seesaw battle right here in the third quarter at MABA Stadium. Delvin Go in foul trouble. Desmond O, the veteran. Alexander also a veteran against his veteran teammate. That's the call right there.
Blocking fall. Kate Davis blocking fall. Trying to deny the lane for Alexander. It's only the second team fall for the KL Dragons in this third quarter.
The KL Dragons imports are in a little bit of foul trouble, so they've got to weather the storm a little bit. Marcus Elliott. Ooh. Still. Elliott. Lim. Lepachev with a rebound. Davis. Davis. This is a chance to take a shot. Davis falls short. He's frustrated, Kate Davis, not getting the production that he usually does. One of those days. Desmond blocked there by Nick Tam. Amir Bell. Shifai for the three. Yes! No! Shifai for the triple.
Whenever Lo Shifai making that shot, MABA Stadium will erupt.
Well, they love those Shifai. He is the veteran of Malaysian basketball. Here's Lim. Delvin Go. Lim for the three. X-Man. Good defense by the Dragons. That's much better as they were attacking the glass there. Lepachev thought about the three. Wants a cut. Tim fake. Tim. Oh. Well done, Marcus Elliott, for keeping it in. Dragons with another turnover. X. And it counts.
Kate Davis couldn't believe it. Just a simple touch, a slight touch there. See the replay here. It's a reaching fall group called by the ref, but a continuation. And 1-3 to the charity stripe for Alexander.
Xavier Alexander, he was undrafted in the NBA draft quite a few years, a long time back. He loves Asia, he loves Singapore, and converts the three-point play to make this a one-point ball game. Super close this game, hard to tell. Do we have another overtime in this game? Davis fake, Davis passes, swing, Tim for the three. Trying to chase down Marcus Elliott. Marcus Elliott. Singapore ball.
Good defense, but bad defensive rebounds by the KL Dragons. Lepachev trying to help, couldn't get the defensive rebounds.
Well, I think Coach Jamie Pearlman is trying to hang on so he can bring on Will Artino in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
It's the call right here, Mr. Referee Bush.
Army Bell has been blamed off the ball. Yeah, his fourth personal foul for Army Bell.
The Dragons smelling trouble right here because Army Bell in foul trouble. And also Will Artino in foul trouble, but Will Artino can still breathe a bit. Elliott. Quick with the screen. Marcus Elliott hits the tin. Alexander gets it. More rebounding there by the Dragons. Need to attack the glass better. Crossover. Here's Tem. He needs numbers. Tem.
Wow. No call there. Nick Tem just sleep. And then there's a good call by the referees. Just clearly sleep. There's no contact. Good defense by Marcus Elliott.
53-52. 1 minute to go before the end of the third. Both teams have foul trouble written all over them. Lim, Quick fake, Quick for the basket to give the Slingers back the lead. Well done, Leon Quick. Like I said, he doesn't have many points in the game, but he's there. He's deadly. He contributes. John Davis attacks.
Oh, it's a fancy fall. I think Lepichev with a moving screen. A good call by the ref. Actually, to be honest with you, here see the back screen by Lepichev. Oh, it's a 50-50 call. But offensive fall anyway. His blood move out of the way.
Stopping the clock. Game back on. 53-54. Again, it's a positive first quarter for the Dragons, but the second and the third, the Slingers have been better. Bounce pass, X to the corner, Lim. Davis, he needs to get going. He wants at least a basket. He's the point guard at the moment. Might need a high screen. There it is. Up. And the finish right there. And the Dragons have a 1-point lead towards the end of the third quarter. Amir Bell and Will Artino came off because they were in foul trouble.
Gorgeous move there by Kate Davis, able to penetrate through, giving a lot of pressure on Singapore defense. Alexander tried to help out, but not an issue for Kate Davis. Quarter 18 all by both teams, and then low Shifa able to get some lead, and then this slip by Nick Tem trying to push the tempo but couldn't get a grip.
You come straight in there, Will's underneath, into the middle, look at our shooters on the weak side here. Okay, but we've got to find this guy, we've got to find this.
both of them not playing that well. The Slingers struggling early on in the early third quarter with foul trouble, and the Dragons take full advantage of that. A lot of points in the paint scored by the Dragons by Will Artino and Lepichev.
Ching Cheng Hua, Kate Davis, Simeon Lepichev, Amir Bell, and Will Artino. So putting on their strongest five, not the strongest five yet. Amir Bell is on court, so it is their strongest five. What am I saying? Dragons just in front, with their noses in front. Elliott, oh, drives with the hammer, with a jammer.
Another combo 1-2 punch between Marcus Elliott and McKay.
Davis, Bell, Artino, Xing Cheng Hua. Ooh, unlucky right there. Would have given him some confidence. He hasn't hit one basket today. Alexander, Elliott, body up on him. Alexander with a screen. Elliott, up, gets his own miss. Up again. And good tip there, tap by Lepichev. Amir Bell. Lepichev, Bell, looking for that open look. Lepichev wouldn't finish right there. Missed opportunities for the Dragons at the start of the fourth. Cheng Hua with a miss earlier. And from the baseline, Dragons got to do a better job in trying to win that rebound, but take that foot off the gas. Artino, big man on big man. Artino kicks. Davis for the deep three.
A good defense by the Singapore Slingers. Throwing double team, Go and McKay against Will Artino. Not giving Will Artino an easy 2-point. Had to kick out.
They need a shooter right here. Need some magic. Artino gets it. Both teams. Really, really low scoring game at the moment. Bell, fake, kick. What about it? Still 8 on the shot clock. Bell, spin. Can't seem to get the finish. Alexander, Davis needs help. Good transition by the Singapore Slingers. Bell looking frustrated, needs a screen. Cheng Hua. Again, hesitation. Bell for the deuce. They can't buy a basket at the moment. Crowd frustrated. Quick. Alexander. This is rustiness. Alexander. No joy.
Same situation. I mean, they had an open look. Both of these teams, two teams had open looks. Just couldn't convert it.
Bell. Wah. Lepichev. Looking for the cut.
Ooh. Dragons got lucky there. Alexander with a fall. I mean, we've seen all players just standing around, not much of ball movement. You have to credit the Singapore defense. Every time the Dragons throw the ball at the low post in the paint, they will double team. So the Dragons had to kick out, and they just couldn't able to convert that open shot.
Well, Lo Shifai now on court. They need his magic. Wah. Wah. Trying to get that separation. Bell. Bell. Spin. Kick. Shifai for the tray. Lo Shifai answers the offensive call right there for the Dragons. That's how you do it.
And they found their answer. Good move by Jamie Pearlman bringing Lo Shifai. And then the Singapore Slingers
respond straight back with a deuce from Marcus Elliott to tie it up with 6 minutes to go. Kay Davis, time to bring on back the Caterade. That's his superhuman nickname. Bell, want to make the right decision. Davis. Shifai. Shot clock violation. Advantage Singapore. Got to stay with him. But it's still Singapore ball right there. Xavier Alexander on 4 fouls. Timeout call. Singapore Slingers 58-58.
Posima struggling to hit the shots with the exception of that last 2 play.
Time left in this one. Is it another close one? Is it another overtime? Don't forget, Malaysia, the Dragons have beaten Singapore in Singapore twice this season. And last time these two teams met in Malaysia, Singapore won by 1 point in overtime. The inbound by Xavier Alexander. K. Davis not having a game. One of his weakest games, but you know what? He might still come alive offensively. Elliott. Cheng-Hua trying to stay with him. Whack. Put on the line. Dragons ball.
Such a physical game between these two teams. We've seen how each player trying to get the best position. A lot of contact, a lot of physicality.
Shifai with the screen. Amir Bell. Nope. Elliott. Need numbers. Dragons. Alexander. Good move, Alexander. Just hang time in the air. Just changed his direction a little bit when he got some air time. Right there. Look. That change. Good move. Cheng-Hua. Artino with a hook, but hit it.
Artino wanted that ball call. You can hear the slap.
Alexander, bounce pass, drive! It's a 4-point lead for the Slingers. One more basket. Coach Jamie Pearlman will call for a timeout. He needs some magic here, Coach Jamie Pearlman, from one of his players. Who will it be? Swing, Shifai, Davis from the corner. It's not happening for the Dragons right now. They gotta play defense. Singapore wanna get that psychological advantage. Elliott. Ooh, so close. Davis. Gotta take advantage. Shifai's open there.
Davis struggling after hitting 3 3-pointers, 0 out of 6 attempts after that.
Oh, look at that slap by Leon Quick. Lo Shifai thought it was a foul. Lots of time left in the shot clock on this one. Bell. Wow. Good defense by Singapore. Artino. Strong move by Will Artino. Defense wins games, they say. Alexander, got the ball back off the glass.
Will Artino need to be careful not to get ejected. Is Cheng-Hua being blamed with a foul? Reaching foul. Good defense early on by Will Artino. Putting Alexander on a tough spot, but Cheng-Hua, too much pressure there. on Alexander, his second personal foul. So animated Villatino.
Alexander has had a very good game tonight. Well done, X. 23 points tonight for Xavier Alexander. Probably a contender for player of the game if Singapore wins the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Either him or Marcus Elliott.
Definitely. 2 out of 2 hits the pair right there. 4-point lead. Dragons need to keep competitive, keep composed. More importantly, Bell, Artino,
And one! He gets the bucket in the bag. Will Artino.
He's finally getting the call, and then I think sending, I'm not sure it is goal or McKay. Both of them are for personal foul.
Is that a personal?
Yeah, either way, one of them is going to the bench, and it's McKay with his 5th personal foul.
Coach Neo said good job considering this is his first game. He did very well tonight, Mr. McKay. Villatino converts the 3-point play. Now they've got to attack the glass because McKay is not there.
So it's going to be a tough job.
Attack the basket, shall I say. I think I can attack the glass as well in terms of rebounding. Elliott needs some separation. Gotta watch that shot block. Marcus Elliott for the tray. Gets his own miss. Poor rebounding. That's why I said you gotta attack that glass and win the rebound. X.
Oh, offensive foul on the other end of the floor. Marcus Elliott with his first personal foul of the game. And Alexander just couldn't believe it. What happened? It's on the other side of the floor.
There's still a lot of time left in this one, Ms. Lan. So let's not, for Dragons fans, don't get carried away. Singapore fans, do not panic just yet. Both teams have been here before. Bell, Davis, kick. Wow, for the long 3.
That's how you shoot. Ching Cheng Hua.
One first basket of the game, the 3-point shot. 1 feet out the 3-point line, and then they get a lead, 2-point lead for the Dragons. 24 seconds left in this 4th quarter.
Ching Cheng Hua, what a time to hit a shot. Try and try again. Amazing. Let's have a listen right here to the respective benches. Start with Singapore.
Seen how the Slingers playing from the start until right now. They are not slowing down the energy. It's a low scoring game, but the energy, you have to give them a lot of credit. The Dragons, they are not consistent. They let the Slingers get a lot of offensive rebounds.
Well, I was about to say the way they crashed the boards, the way they attacked the glass, I've been a bit disappointed with the Dragons today and impressed with the Slingers. So my objective opinion, Shenhua with the shot earlier. Oh, illegal screen. Looked like an illegal screen. Marcus Elliott in and out. Artino with the rebound. Shenhua says, let's just get up and get on with it. We have the lead. The Dragon says, get another basket. Amir Bell, Davis, fake. Artino posting up. Artino, good block. Good defense, Singapore. Cheng Hua trying to stay with Elliott. Kick. X. Oh, what a block by Amir Bell. Leon Kwek. Oh, what drama right here at MABA Stadium. Just wind a bit of time down, says Amir Bell to Ching Cheng Hua. Give me the ball. Do not turn the ball over. Kate Davis trying to cut. Gotta make the move right now. The faded it. Couldn't fire it. Or fired it, but couldn't hit it, should I say. Singapore, can they tie it up or take the lead once again? Davis playing defense, X posting up, spin. No joy right there. Dragons trying to hang on, hold on, slow down, says Amir Bell. Where is this game going?
Advantage for the Dragons. Slingers one man down right now. McKay is not on the floor.
Artino, Lepichev from underneath the rim.
And then we have a timeout. Nice play by the Dragons. The hockey sees Amir Bell to Artino to the Bulgarian Lepichev.
The crowd on their feet right now at MABA Stadium. 4-point lead for the Dragons. It has been an epic fight, like two heavyweight boxers going hammer and tong.
This is the Singapore Slingers' last timeout of the game. They don't have any timeout after this. They are down by 4 points.
You can't even say it properly. Your tongue twisted at the moment because this game is unpredictable. Hashtag unpredictable. Hashtag rise to greatness.
Hashtag low scoring.
And don't forget to tag ASEAN Basketball League. An amazing league.
Check that. I mean, they're down by 4 points right now. They cannot go 2 for 1. The Dragons, they can't go 2 for 1, but the Dragons, they need to make the shot first. The Slingers, 2.1 basket is enough. The Dragons, only 1 team foul, so they have 3 fouls to give.
That's right. Yeah, 4 fouls. I didn't realize that by the Slingers before you pointed it out. 34.7 seconds left. Still a bit of time in this one. Can there be any Singapore heroes right here? X for the triple. Oh! The X-Man! What a moment to step up. 1-point ball game. The Dragons need the score. Where is this game going? Screen by Artino. Bell for the 2. Yes! Amir Bell makes it a 3-point ball game once again.
Are they going to fall? They're not going to fall. 3 point, they should fall. I mean, they have a fall to give. Wow!
No, that's
finally.
The KL Dragons take this game and take the regular season series 3 games to 1. Not a pretty game, but it was epic. It was titanic. It was hammer and tong. What a game by both teams, the rivals, the Causeway rivals. The KL Dragons take this one, 70 points to 67. Amir Bell with a clutch moment right there earlier.
Yeah, Amir Bell on the last minute. He's been struggling throughout the whole game. Only 8 points before he hit the last shot. Why is not his points not telling up? He should get 10 points. I only see 8 points for Amir Bell. So a very good game for Amir Bell. If you see the highlights for the game, Alexander has been scorching hard for the Slingers. 27 points for Alexander, taking over the offense in the second half as Quack able to hit a 3-point shot for the Singapore Slingers.
So the Lepichev made some critical moves. And it was one of those games that could have gone either way. Amil Bell just drove to the cup with a driving basket. Marcus Elliott, to me, him and Alexander were just a menace for the Dragons.
Yeah, definitely, Marcus Elliott has been the savvy veteran for the Singapore Slingers. Singapore, they just need to be consistent, especially the locals, but the Dragons were smart. They hitting the Singapore Slingers' weakness, especially in the paint. They send McKay to the bench, fall out of the game with 5 fouls, and Delvin go with 4 fouls. Will Artino and Lepichev has been the key for the Dragons, the anchor offensively for the Dragons, able to put a lot of pressure in the paint here. You see once again Will Artino, easy 2-point for him against Delvin Go.
Well, Will Artino with 25 points, but you know what? Simeon Lepichev, we've got to give him some praise and love. 13 points, made some critical baskets, especially towards the end from underneath the cup. And Marcus Elliott, look at that screen right there. Boom!
Do you think that Singapore Slingers going to retain McKay's service? It depends on how McLean injuries going to. Lo Shi-Fai is the key local X factor alongside Cheng Hua. 2 big shots by both of them toward the end of that 4th quarter.
But it was amazing. I mean, Will Artino, he was in foul trouble, so was Amir Bell. And Kay Davis, the Caterade, just not himself in the last 3 quarters. And the KL Dragons made some because Cheng Hua hit 1 3-pointer, crucial 3-pointer after struggling for 3 quarters.
And then this another nice move there by Will Artino and Lepichev. Lepichev, that last basket for the Dragons, how crucial is this? And then Bell, that's last shot here to seal the lead. The dagger, although the Singapore Slingers actually had a chance to tie the game.
So let's look at the stats, because the Dragons had a lot of turnovers at the start of the 3rd quarter, Mislan, and I thought that was the turning point in the game where it was just relatively even Steven.
Is that correct? The offensive rebound, 19 for the Singapore Slingers, and then such a huge offensive rebound for the Singapore Slingers. That's one of the key why they're able to stay in the game with the Kuala Lumpur Dragons.
Well, there's the numbers right there. Let's now cross over to our courtside reporter June, who's with the player of the game, the KL Dragons, Will Artino. Over to you, June.
Full-time at MABA Stadium, KL Dragons taking that one, 72-67. What a tight affair. And yes, alongside me, the player of the game, Will Artino, double-double today. But to be honest, that looked like a very challenging game. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's been a little hard with the break. We didn't know what was going to happen, so it's been hard to go against ourselves every day, having a game canceled, and so just to stay in game shape has been a little hard so that kind of got us a little bit of fatigue, but as a group we battled well together and stuck to coach's game plan and we were able to grind it out.
Every time you meet the Slingers, it's a low-scoring affair. How do you deal with the frustrations going up against such a good defensive team?
I mean, every time I played them, and between this year and last year, they're a really well-coached team. They really play defense. They play hard. And so, I mean, every time you play them, you know it's going to be a battle.
Thank you very much, Will Artino. Keep up the good work. Let's talk to the head coach of KL Dragons now, Jamie Pearlman. Congratulations on the win. However, your opponents gave you a lot of trouble, didn't they?
Yeah, look, it's always a fantastic game against the Slingers. They're so tough. They've got such great experience there with Elliott and Alexander. They're just so strong for this team. So, yeah, look, that was a lot tougher than I would have liked it to be. But look, happy with the win.
Nevertheless, a win is a win, so it's a 3-1 record to your opponents. Let's look ahead now. You meet Alap Pilipinas, another team you've got a good record against. What can we look forward to?
Yeah, we have a good record against them, but they've also got new imports. Got a new centre in John Fields. They've got a new power 4, power 3 man. So, again, they're a whole new team once again. So, we get a chance to have a look at them on Sunday when they play Singapore, so that'll give us a little bit of insight into the style they're playing now going into that next game.
Thank you very much, Jamie Pearlman, and all the best for your next game against Alap Pilipinas next Tuesday. So that's it from us here at the ASEAN Basketball League. If you want to check out all the schedule or the rescheduled matches due to the COVID-19 virus, you can head on down to our website. My name is Jun Yong. It's been such a pleasure as always. Let's see you next time.
1:27 remaining. He makes his move. Young forces it up and in!
CC hasn't made a shot before that.
Pretty good so far here in the first half.
Everyone for the Black Bears finding the bottom of the net.